Well, hi everybody. It's been a really long time since we caught up. So I felt like we could maybe do that today. But first I need some kind of a snack, beverage, something. Let's go get that. Where do we even start? I mean, we could start at the very beginning of 2025 and arguably the most exciting part of this year for me so far was shooting 2 music videos for the same artist back to back basically. One we shot in January and one we shot in February. This experience changed me, I think. It was so incredible. And that's truly not saying enough, to be honest. There aren't really words for just how satisfying this experience was. And that's for a few reasons. One, I don't do a lot of filmmaking on my own. I'm typically working in a much bigger team and I'm typically the one who knows the least. And this was a much different experience to be the one who actually had answers and people were looking to for all the camera questions. I mean, it was really cool in that way. I think my photography background is really leading me to, DP cinematographer route. And being able to really harness those skills and put it to use in this context showed me a lot about myself and was really challenging, but so gratifying in the end. I woke up after our 2.5-day shoot completely wrecked and exhausted because we had long days. But I still woke up wanting to just do it again. I could have just done it right again that same day. So much fun. It was a really small crew. McCall and Bailey were the directors, but they were also so much more than that. They were wardrobe, makeup, editing, locations, the list goes on. They wore a lot of hats. And then I shot it. I also did the lighting and helped a little bit with locations and some stills. And then Kat was the artist. And there you have it, where you see the high heel on fire. We needed help with the pyrotechnics of that and how to light a shoe on fire without doing too much damage, but also making it look cool on camera. So we called up McCall and Bailey's dad and McCall's fiance Lauren, and they were our pyrotechnics team for that scene, which was really cool. Okay, and we have to talk about the technical side of both of these music videos, one of which has just been released and one of which is coming out very soon. To explain this, we actually have to take it back quite a few years when I was lucky enough to inherit a Fujifilm XT4 and a couple of lenses. I, at the time, had plenty of stills cameras, but I really needed a video camera of some kind because I had zero. And this camera that I got for free was good enough for me all this time. And I ended up shooting both of these music videos on that teeny tiny little thing. And I must say, as many frustrating things as there were about it, like the teeny tiny screen, little things like that, it was also the smartest decision for us because I was so comfortable with that camera that we were able to really move through each scene and check things off our shot list so much quicker than using a system I was not used to. So it really helped us be mobile and reactive because sometimes Kat was just ready for a performance, and luckily I always kind of knew to be ready with that thing in case Kat got a strike of inspiration. They'd look at me and they'd go, let's do this. And to be totally honest, it was really quite fun to make such a big thing on such a small camera. And that actually brings me to my next point, which is I got a new camera. And it's what you're watching from right now. So after shooting those 2 music videos with McCall and Bailey, they sort of surprised me with something that was collecting dust in their closet. I couldn't believe it, still kind of can't believe it, but I inherited a Blackmagic 6K Pro just like on a random Tuesday. It was insane. It's still insane. It's always gonna be insane. I'm so grateful to them for this absolute gift because it's honestly like the switch from a small little mirrorless camera that's not really supposed to be a video camera, but I made it that, to like an actual cinema rig. It just feels phenomenal. And now the quality difference, right, from the XT4 to the Blackmagic is obvious and expected. That's not really what's like blowing me away about this camera. I think it's just the actual experience of shooting on this cinema rig. I don't know, makes me really feel like a filmmaker. It makes me really excited for future work. It's already jump-started like all these ideas, and I feel like I'm thinking about my visuals in a whole new way. Long story short, the new camera is awesome. Certified awesome. The next thing we need to talk about that was really exciting earlier this year is I actually got to go to Creator Camp Film Festival in Austin, Texas. It was 3 days of film screenings, workshops, keynote speakers. There was a cafe, there were little like experience/activation type things. It was really, really cool. I came home like really ready to push myself, make new work, make better work, make different work. And that was really exciting. My camera's gonna frickin' die. I was so honored when Trackclub called me and invited me to this festival as a partner of theirs. I thought that was just really a cool way to keep our partnership going. And speaking of Trackclub, they actually sponsored today's video. And if you've been here a while, you already know about Trackclub and why I love to license all of my music with them. But if you're new here, I can give you definitely a few reasons why I love them. You can customize the songs to your liking, whether that be changing the speed or tempo of it, or even splicing up the song by instruments. It's actually pretty amazing what you can do in there. I especially love the way Trackclub supports small artists on their platforms. I've actually met a few of their artists and I know it's been game-changing for them. And last but certainly not least, I love what Trackclub stands for. There's a lot that goes into this and you can read more on their website if you're interested, but they do a lot of good in the world and they use their resources to better their community, which I can definitely get behind. So thank you, Trackclub, for sponsoring this video. Let's see, what else has been going on? Oh, how could I forget? I was lucky enough to direct multiple TV commercials for Gillette earlier this year that will actually be airing anytime now. So if you're in the US and you see a Gillette commercial on your TV with the hilarious dad and son duo Frank and Joe, then you know your girl was on that set. Pretty cool. Mail time, mail time, mail time. Okay, and then there really are some rapid fire things that I can't really go into detail yet, but I can tease a little bit. First being, I got a new stills camera. A moment of silence. I cannot tell you what it is, but you will know soon. Second, I've been a part of a pretty gigantic Fujifilm production this year. It's not quite done yet, which is why we're not going to talk about it yet, but I do want to let you know that that's to come, which is really exciting. And then of course there's the second music video of Cats that's going to come out later this summer. Oh, really just so much to be excited about. Oh, you know what? We do have another slightly major update, which is I got an X106. Slightly obsessed with this thing. I think it is the perfect pocket camera. If I could change something, it might be interchangeable lenses or a zoom lens. Wouldn't change much else. So you'll be seeing a lot more about this cutie pie very soon. Also, a very fair shout out to Nevada for being absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry I ever underrated you. And I think that about does it with our updates. I hope you are all having a great summer, a great year. I know the world's kind of scary right now. Unfortunately, it is always a bit of a scary place, especially right now though. And I know having this in my hand helps me a lot, and I hope you all have something like that bringing you joy. Take care of yourself. See you in the next one.